Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hope everybody's well. And yeah, we're gonna have a little chat about this club tonight. Give me your opinions when we're talking about it. Big up, Kawaji, man. Big up to you, my friend. Um, yeah, this club. What have we become? Big up, Lucas, man. I'm well. Hope you are. Big up, Leonard. It's great here, man, but I'm depressed about what's going on at this football club. It's a joke. The once great Arsenal, the club that had standards, had class. When I first started supporting them, they had standards, absolute standards. Where's it all gone? It's just gone all down the toilet, man. I mean, yeah, big up SG, man. Yeah, thanks you, man. Yeah, hitting 9K on the way to 10. Congrats to 9Kers. I'm effing fuming. Another Chelsea reject, Manduka. When is it going to end? Yeah, we're going to get into that. This was once one of the greatest football clubs in English football. And we've now become an embarrassment all round. The fact that what we've seen this week, yesterday, announced Thomas Partey, what's going on there, allegedly, and I use the term allegedly, has been charged with this heinous crime. Now, we don't know yet whether this is fact that these crimes actually took place. We don't know that. But I'm not condoning it. And if it is proven that this happened, the man is an absolute disgrace in modern society. Now, I'm going to hold my opinion on this right now. I have no facts, I have no knowledge that I can actually make a judgment at all. That will take place in a court of law. But if it is found that this took place, then this football club is a shambles, a joke, and an embarrassment. If the club knew about this potential situation, then the guy should have had his contract terminated immediately. I think they did know. Hence the reason at times he wasn't around, supposedly injured, but we don't know that. But the fact, if they did know, and I'm convinced they did know, that these charges were in the background, why didn't they act upon it? Why did they not suspend him? Why did they not rip up his contract and say, no, we don't want you at Arsenal? Or is it the fact that the club acted in a manner that say, well, we haven't facts yet, we don't know, this could be complete bullshit, so we're just going to stick with you as a player and back you. But that's one way of looking at it. The other side of the coin is, if it is proven that this happened, then the club must stand guilty as well for supporting somebody that did this. And that would never, ever, ever have happened years ago at Arsenal. When we had a proper board, a proper ownership, it would never, ever have come to this. He would have been down the road, gone damn quick, damn quick. This would have never happened under managers like Bertie Mee, Terry Neal, George Graham. Now, George Graham was not the most straight out up front, but he got done for money laundering. Well, taking what he did. Totally different to this. Totally different. But the standards of this club have dropped so low. And who do we have to look to for that? Well, you have to look to the owners, for one, and the manager, because that manager we've got would have known this was in the background. He should have not supported that person. They should have at least suspended him to say, no, we're not having this at Arsenal. It's a joke. Yes, big up Matthew, man. Rest in peace to Diego Jota. Sad. What a sad week for football this has been. What a sad week, man. Hope you're good. And Chelsea's, Arsenal's feed. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that. Kawaji says Thomas Partey will appear in court first, then he will determine guilty or not guilty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Allegedly, we don't know the facts behind this. None of us do. So I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and make a big thing about this. I'm talking about the club. The club must have known something was in the background. No way they could not. So I have to put this down purely and simply to a poor management setup. And we know we're shit. We've got a poor ownership. Surely, as an owner of a business, you'd have done something. I certainly would have done when I was running my business. I would have said, okay, we don't know the facts of yet, but you are suspended. You're on gardening duty. You're not working here anymore. For the time being, don't come in. And there are statutes in law that can say you're under investigation, therefore you're not working, therefore you're not getting full pay. Unique 79, man, big up to you. Jez, the party rumours goes back 1 or 2 years ago, yeah. And I agree, our football club did know about it and they are a disgrace. It remains to be seen. Yes, I believe the court case comes up in August. So not that long away. But as a club, let's talk about it as a club. I don't want to focus on what's actually happened because we don't know yet. But why did the club not react? Why did Arteta, as the manager, not say, sorry, buddy, you're out the team? We can't be holding and be seen to support you if this is the situation. Because Arteta is a narcissistic little shit. All he thought about was his own situation. He needed Partey. We know he needed Partey, right? So he brushed it away, brushed it under the carpet and said, we'll see. We'll see. Now it's all come out. Why do you think that his contract was not renewed? Because they knew it was coming out. And I don't care what anybody says. They knew this was going to come out now. And I honestly would say Partey's agent knew. And they were pushing to get a deal done. And I just hope that Berta, who was obviously going to be part of that negotiation, would have been party to the fact that this was coming out. He said, no. Big up Gavin, man. Big up Vigilante. I think it's an absolutely shocking display by a big football club. Mike says, hi, just in chat. I believe the modern football is pampered, spoilt brat. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of them. The old school player were proud of their status at Arsenal. I totally agree with you, man. The game has gone down the toilet. I'm actually disgusted with Arsenal Football Club, and I feel sad to actually say that when I've been a proud supporter all my life, 56 years. From the age of 8 years old, I've been supporting this club. My first game, 56 years ago as a little kid. And what am I seeing now? Embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. We are a joke club now. And I do blame the management, or I blame the owners to tolerate this bullshit. But they've created it. Let's be honest, ever since they've taken ownership of this club, we've been crap. Fact. We haven't won a league title since they've become owners of this club because they've no ambition. They have no direct will to win. Wenger struggled with it, in my belief. He had too much power. Bit like Arteta. That he absolutely just was, as long as we get Champions League, that's good enough. And that's what we see now with the modern fan. The modern fan is happy. Top four. Oh, it's been a great success. We see them all, don't we? Ego. Oh, but we come second. Yeah, they're happy with it. Happy with that. What does second get you? Nothing. All it gets you is into the Champions League. And that is what this lot want. Big up, Mama. Big up, Mama. And that is where we have dropped down the ladder. So badly, man. Big up, Macy. Big up, Jez. Arsenal is a shadow of the club that I started supporting. I agree with you, mate. I'm with you. Yeah, AFC, man. And where he goes to Chelsea, that will hurt. Yeah, well, he wants regular first-team football, man. Regular football, that's what he wants. He's a young man. He wants to further his career. But under this current clown we have, he's not guaranteed that. So this young guy is thinking, I want to move on. I want to try and break into an international team. Of course he does. He's young. He's hungry. He wants success. And you can't blame him for that. But this club has got to such a level now that we're not the third biggest team now. Let's get it right. We're an embarrassment. Other fans taking the piss out of Arsenal. And it gets worse each week after what's happened this week. Other clubs that have had this problem, if you want to call it that, acted. Yes, Mendy got found innocent because it was all bullshit and lies. And now we don't know. And I'm not going to make any statement on this at all about what's happened with Partey because I don't know the facts. It's allegedly this has happened. I don't want to be the one that says, yeah, this didn't happen because I don't know. I don't know. But AFC always says, Jez, just wondering why you haven't read out my 2 previous comments out. Mate, I don't always read out every comment, my friend. But I'll read you this one. Jez, if Enweri goes to Chelsea, that will hurt. Yeah, it will. But, hey, it is a nightmare. It's a nightmare. And I'm absolutely gutted. So, where do we go? At what point are we going to become a bigger club again? Certainly not, in my belief, with these ownership, and certainly not with this absolute arsewipe of a bloody manager. Can you try to tell me he didn't know what was going on? Because if he didn't, then that makes him even a worse manager. Because he talks to these players every single bloody day. Seriously, man. Matthew, I remember Liverpool under Hodgson, and we had really poor players, and the squad was so bad. Arsenal, I'm sure, will come good as on the day they are dangerous. Yeah, how long is it going to take, though, man? Matthew, how long is it going to take? I mean, you've had a shit week at Liverpool. Terrible. Tragedy. But the thing is now, I am really seriously concerned as to how long we're going to have to put up with this clown of a manager, this clown of ownership. The ownership ain't going nowhere. Let's get it right. Unless somebody comes in with stupid big money. They ain't going nowhere. They know it's a cash cow. Nav says, hi, just hope you're doing well. I'm doing very well, my friend. I hope you are well as well. AFC always, he can't read. Yeah, mate, I'm trying. Yeah, it's a difficult thing to do. I'm watching the chat. I'm talking. You know, it's not easy, man. It's not always easy. Arteta, Lewis, and Garlic are frauds. Yep, absolutely. But we've now become a club that accepts second best. That's what we do. We are accepting second best, third best. Vigilante, disgusting by the Borgias, the risk of all female members of staff have been put at risk. Arteta could have played other players and got rid and waited until the contract ran out. Well, they did, didn't they? They did wait until the contract ran out because they knew that they'd have to pay him off. But if the club had any standards, if they had any sniff or any doubt in what was going on, if they had the bullshit and the actual kahunas to do it, they would have bought him out and said, no, we're not having this at our club. We're not having it. You're going. You're going. We don't want to have this painted all over Arsenal. Whether it's proven right, he's innocent, or he's proven wrong and he's guilty, they should have acted. They should have acted. It's a disgrace, this absolute heinous thing to do. It's wrong. So, you know, Mama Floss, yeah, you won a cup. So yeah, so who's the bigger clubs this season? Well, it ain't Arsenal, is it? Second again. But people are claiming getting to a Champions League semi-final. Well, that went well, didn't it? Got beaten. Well, battered, basically, by Newcastle in the League Cup semi-final, home and away. Threw away the FA Cup again. Disgraceful. Absolute disgraceful. But, you know, I don't know what to say about this club anymore. Because I'm so disappointed. This is not the club that I love. And I still love that badge behind me. Proper badge. But I'm not seeing it anymore in the fact that the direction we're going. We're lost. We are lost in the wilderness. Jordan says, Jez, you are the headmaster. These mutants need to be taught a lesson about old school high standards. Yeah, they don't listen, man. They're not interested. That's the modern world. They're not interested. It's all the get along gang. You know, seconds an achievement. Semi-finals are an achievement. Because that's the way this world is. Oh, you can't make out that you've got to win everything. No, because that'll upset all the other people. It's fucking wrong. It's wrong. Kawaji says, Norgard is Premier League proven. What is this bullshit about Premier League proven? Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Patrick Vieira, Robert Pires. They weren't all Premiership proven. But they went on to achieve greatness. That's facts. And nobody can disagree with it. Andre Arshavin came in. I mean, who else do you want me to mention? I could go on forever. Of the players under a proper manager. And let's put that right. Let me just repeat that. A proper manager. Now that manager, Wenger, had won in France, had managed in Japan, came to Arsenal. Nobody knew who he was. But he achieved because he was a proper manager. Andrew J54, I love that badge, man, the proper old school badge. Yeah, totally agree, Jed. We died when the Cronkies took control. I've gone right off this club ever since, but it's still in my blood. You never lose that. You get pissed off with the club, and it's not the first time I've been pissed off with this club, but the difference here, Ras says, boycott this effing club. Yeah, that's why I don't go anymore. But the fact is that we've lost our way. We are in a wilderness. And we've got to take a long time, if you want my honest opinion. We're going to take a long time to come back. I mean, I've seen some bloody awful Arsenal teams. The 70s, 74, 75, 76, when we finished 17th, when Terry Neal came in. That was a bad time. But we had fucking standards. That's the difference. We had standards. We haven't got those standards anymore because we've gone down a road because of American owners that don't get it, don't understand it. And it's an embarrassment to this once great football club. Shocking. Some RSO guilty says have to enter a ballot to get tickets to the Liège match. £36 to be a red member. Few pound to enter a raffle that you have no chance of winning. Yeah, well, that's bullshit, man. That's the club. That is the club, man. It's all bullshit now. The club has gone down a rabbit hole and it's going to take a long time to get out of it. AFC always says, Jez, we'd love to see every Liverpool player wear the number 20 for the first game at Anfield. Factually, I totally agree with that. Maybe they will, out of honour. Maybe they will. I know they're going to retire that number. Maybe they will for one last time. Yeah, but I don't know if the FA will allow it. I don't know if that would be allowed. But I think, you know, sometimes you just have to say fuck the rules and just do it, you know. And yeah. Mac says probably why Edu left, they all knew. I wouldn't be at all surprised, mate. Wouldn't be at all surprised. Life isn't promised, says AFC always. make the most of every day. Yep, that is so true, my friend. So true. It is. Life is a very precious thing. Keep your family close. You know, it's a difficult world. But let's get back. It's one of them things that when things go wrong, it can be very disheartening. But the thing is with Liverpool, when they went through that terrible glut 30-odd years of not winning nothing, you didn't see all this bullshit from this club, their club, sorry, coming out. Didn't see any of that, did you? They stuck to their guns and they fought and they fought and they fought and they fought and they came back to greatness. And yet everybody says, oh, Arsenal's so good now. Yeah, well, okay, we were good. The bloody season was over in February. 12 points clear at one point in February. How can that be competing? And we ended up 10 points behind them at the end of the season. So how is that competing? It's ridiculous. But people are happy with this. This is okay. Second again. Well, what? That's what's that achieved us? Fuck all. Nothing. And you have to continually question if you've actually got any kahunas. You have to question what is going on at the club. And there's so many things wrong. So many things wrong. We can't get the players in that we need. I wonder why. And if all this thing about Partey is true, do you think there's going to be other players that are going to want to say, oh, fucking hell, I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure I want to go to Arsenal. I honestly don't believe Arteta has the attraction. And I think that's why we struggle to get the top players in. Where are all these world-class players? Where are they? We were told once you get back in the Champions League, they're all coming to Arsenal. Well, where the fuck are they? I ain't seen one yet. We ain't got one world-class player at Arsenal Football Club. We used to have 5 or 6. It's a joke now. Absolute joke. But people lap it up. They'll go along with it. They won't question it. It's heartbreaking. Absolutely bloody heartbreaking. Big up Toronto Gooner, man. Big up Jez. Big up Legend Jez. I hope your Saturday is good. Yeah, it's okay, man. But I'm just fed up with this awful nonsense I'm seeing. Seriously, man. It's just annoying. Cronkies don't get any money. Get any of my money, I'm happy to say. Good for you, man. They don't get none of mine either. Big up, Ian. Big up, man. Boycott all the merch. No, they won't, mate, because they're all tourists that will fly in from all around the world, spend 300, 400, 500 quid in the armory. They're quite happy, man. Big up Arsenal Revolution TV, Rashid. Go and support that, man. Good channel. Great channel. I think Mama says, I think they are wearing it under their strips at IFC always. David says, big up David, man. Hope it's all good down in the South Island. It seems winning is now a secondary aim. It's all about selling merch and having a big social media presence. Yeah. I think one of the biggest problems was the end of the Wenger era. Social media came to the fore. And there's certain channels out there that are causing major problems in the fan base. because people follow that and think it's the best thing. They think it's the best thing when it's absolutely the wrong thing. Big up to it's me, Everest. Big up, man. Big up, Chris. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. But where we are now, we are in the worst position because we're now looking again at buying another Chelsea retirement project. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Are we serious? Are we seriously in the market to actually win and achieve? Christ, this guy can't get in the fucking Chelsea team. So what says he's good enough to get into Arsenal? But this is how low we have dropped in our standards. Our standards have gone down the toilet in every shape and form. Big up Van to Silver, man. Salute, Jez. Our club needs serious rinsing out from top to bottom. Yep, totally agree. I think the main fault is on the supporters for tolerating or even backing this nonsense. Mate, you've summed it up there in one short statement. Very well said. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. It is now become a joke. It's an embarrassing situation. I support the club. I support that great badge behind me, the badge I grew up with. I don't support the manager. I'll always support the team. We've had good managers in my lifetime and we've had some shit managers. I've always supported the club and I've always supported the team. Managers come, managers go. And this manager eventually will go. And hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. No, I didn't see it, mate. I've been out all day. Man. Christopher, did you see Egal getting cooked by Fabrizio today? No, I didn't, mate. No, I did not. Descent Knight says, if we sign Maduka, we are a disgrace. They don't learn. This summer window will show us the ambition of the club. Again. Be back to exactly where we are again. Aces for Teta also interested in signing Christopher and Cuckoo from Chelsea. Come on. What are we? A fucking retirement home for Chelsea now? Is that what Arsenal have become? A retirement home for these ex-Chelsea players? Where's our striker? 4 years now we've been waiting for a proven striker. Why is it other football clubs in the Premier League can get their deals done like that? Don't gas about it. They don't make a big thing about it. They just get it done. There you go. Thank you very much. We can't seem to do that. Christopher says, I don't get it, Jez. I'd like to know why we're obsessed with signing Chelsea players that clearly aren't good enough. I don't know, mate. I really don't know. This is one of the things I was hoping that this guy Berta was going to sort out and throw all this bullshit in the bin. Noughts of Fate says that is the question. What are we doing? Noni Maduka, honestly, yeah. Can't get in the Chelsea team. Yet we're interested in him. Why? Matthew says, or was it the real Fabrizio who called out Ego? I don't know, I didn't see it, mate, so I can't comment. RSPB, big up, man. Just after the last 24 hours, I've had enough. I'm done with this club as long as the Cronkies are here. But it's getting to that point, isn't it? It is getting to that point, let's be fair. SG says, why aren't why aren't buying a Saka backup in the bloody championship or promoting a youngster from the academy? I don't think our academy is that great anymore, mate. To be honest, we used to have a great academy. Let's be fair. Kawaji, Jez, did Wenger 10 or 17 trophies? 7 community shields were included. No, I don't include community shields. Charity shields as it was back then. No, I don't include them. Nah, irrelevant. Charity games. Bit like, soccer age, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's soccer age again. I swear if we go another window without a striker, says Christopher. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's 7-inch Detroit says, it's embarrassing to see your summer. Such a big club with such a weak leadership. It's also the fan base, mate, that'll accept failure. They're quite happy to accept second. Semi-finals, well, semi-final failing in my day was heartbreak. It used to take me days to get over that. Going to semi-final, FA Cup semi-finals, League Cup semi-finals, and failing. It used to break my heart. It'd take me days to get over that. No, not now. Don't matter. That's an achievement. Got to the semi-final, boys. Hey, fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, we went to the Emirates. Went to the Emirates against Newcastle. Lost 2-0. Yeah, we went up to St. James's Park. Lost 2-0. Hey, it's a fucking great day out, though. Bullshit. Guardi, Jonathan David was available, but went to a Juventus. Market opportunity. Again. Fantasies, I live 10 minutes from the stadium. I am North London through and through, and I am fed up. Don't blame you, mate. Don't blame you. Yeah, Kawaji, Market Opportunity FC. This is who we are now. Yeah, we're a joke club, man. Joke club. Arteta has more power than Berta. I think you might be right in saying that, my friend. Mark says, Jez, I'm fully justified giving up my season ticket. After 45 years, in my day, we signed Overmars periods and the like. I did, mate. 2016, gave mine up. 41 years. Had enough. Fed up with it. Couldn't see us going anywhere, and we haven't gone anywhere since. So I feel justified in saying bollocks. I still support and love the club, but my decision was I'm not going to spend any more money on them. I'm not going to give my money to these frauds. Because if they're not going to deliver, then I'm not giving you money. Why would I do that? I might as well just put it down the damn toilet. Majuka says 7-inch Destroyer was already mediocre at PSV and reached his ceiling there. He won't get any better. No, but we'll take him in, mate. We're the charity home, mate. With the next thing to the Chelsea Pensions Hospital. Yeah, that's what we do. It's embarrassing. Nico, big up Jez from Sweden, man. Support Chelsea. Couldn't do it, mate. Couldn't do it. Born and bred Arsenal. Couldn't support anybody else. Couldn't do it. Not a cat and owl's chance. It is what it is. Christopher says, do you think Partey deserves the abuse he's getting? At the Mo? Or do you think innocent before proven guilty? Yeah, of course. That's British law. You are innocent until proven guilty. That's why I made the statement of saying allegedly. Allegedly. A lot of people were saying, oh, there's no, if there's smoke, there's a fire. Well, we don't know, do we? We do not know. If he is guilty, he's a despicable, heinous piece of shit, and he should get everything he gets thrown at him. But we don't know, and I'm not going to cast aspersions or anything like that, because we do not know. Matthew says it's not necessarily new players that will win leagues. The manager change is all it needs. Yeah, Klopp at Arsenal would have been rock and roll football. Totally agree with you, my friend. Totally agree with you. Yeah, totally agree with you. But we don't work like that. We don't work like that. David says, was anything said to you when you gave up your season ticket? Not a thing, mate. Nothing. No question. Why are you giving it up? No. It was the fact that I just didn't renew it. I got the yearly thing to subscribe and renew. I just didn't do it. Nobody came to me after 41 years and said, why are you not renewing your ticket? You've been doing it for 41 years. As an adult, I mean, I started my season ticket in 76 when I could get an adult ticket. Before that, I used to go with the junior gunners and I started that in 71. And I used to go with my granddad. But nobody came to me and said, why are you giving it up? I'm talking about from the club. I'm talking not a lot of my friends said, Jez, don't do it, you'll regret it. But by then I'd moved away. So it used to cost me quite a bit of money to get up there each week and away games. 60 miles odd now away from Finsbury Park. And what I was seeing at the club didn't incite me, didn't interest. I just didn't get the buzz anymore. So I had to walk away. Rich 99 Arsenal. Go and support Rich 99 Arsenal channel, man. Jez, big up my friend. Big up the chat, everyone. Today we see a true example of why we've been calling this club out and Arteta with the Maduka news. Yeah. You can't make it up, man. It's shameful. You know, we were one of the biggest clubs in England. I don't think we're top 3 now. You know, we're looking at buying Chelsea rejects every fucking season. Excuse my French, but it pisses me off. It's oh dear, I don't know. It just pisses me off. Christopher says it's been a mad week for football, seeing the Jota news on Thursday, then Partey news on Friday. It's been a mad week, isn't it? It has been a mad week. I mean, I don't want to focus too much on the Partey thing. You know, what I saw today, briefly, the Jota and his brother's funeral, heartbreak, absolute bloody heartbreak, man. When you saw the Liverpool team turning up to the funeral, man, it was horrendous. Heartbreak. But are we going to get our club back? I don't think it's going to be any time soon. All the time the Cronkies are here, we're going to have problems. I promise you that. I never wanted them. You know, David Dean, I loved you as a guy. I met you many, 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 many times. But what you did, letting them take control, you're an absolute see you next Tuesday for that. And I'll call you that. Should never have happened. But you got your spin. You got your money. The rest of the board at the time got their money. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace for the club. SG says, just watch the PR journalists trying to spin the Maduka signing into a positive spin. And this fan base will lap it up. Yeah, they will. Yeah, like a bunch of sheep. Yeah. Because all these people will not stand out and put their head above the parapet because they all want to be good friends. They all want to, oh, God, I don't want to speak out against the club. Oh, I don't want to speak out against that channel because, you know, I subscribe to them and I don't want to be upset with all the rest of the fan base. Yeah. Total wankers. If you've got a pair, as Kenny Ken would say, put your nuts on the table and show a pair. So, you know, there you go. Would you take Grockers at Arsenal if he did end up? Yeah, I would. Yeah, Grockers. To move forward. Christopher. Yeah, I would. Big up, Luke. Evening, man. Evening to you. We have a cronky and a new social media focused fan base to deal with. The club can't fully grow with this cancer. No, totally agree, man. Peter Thomas, we know who this is. He's good cover for Saka, to be fair. Is he? Is he really? Is he really? Yeah, I'm not seeing it myself, but yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, I mean, we've bought their keeper, Kepa, 5 mil. So why don't we just go and buy all their fucking rejects? And that'd be our window, wouldn't it? Let's just go and buy all of them. I've never known a London club like Arsenal to be so closely linked with another London rival team. What are we doing here? Why? Why are we doing this? Surely we should be looking farther afield. I mean, I was pissed off when we did those deals with Man United, one of our biggest rivals, if not our greatest rivals back in the day. Big up Paris Mandan, man. Big up to you. But we continually do this. It's stupidity. Pure stupidity. But we just don't see it. Chris says, have you been following the club? No, I haven't, mate. Can't get it over here. I haven't got any channels. I mean, I could, if I wanted to, I suppose. I don't know if I've got Bing Sport on my on this, but I haven't bothered, mate. I've got more better and interesting things to do while I'm here on holiday, to be honest. I'm quite happily taking a nice little break from football to a point. Gwaji says, I'm sorry, Jizman. I feel sorry for you. I supported this club since 2013. I was born in 2006. Well, no, I don't feel sorry for me, mate. I've seen some bad times at Arsenal. I've seen us nearly get relegated. You know? But that's when we had proper management, sacked the manager, brought in Terry Neal, moved on. He got us to 3 consecutive FA Cups, as you know. And then the Cup Winners' Cup, where we lost to Valencia. And he then got kicked out. But that's when the club moved like a proper club. Gilberto Silva or Rice. Gilberto Silva, man. Legend player. Absolute class. Chelsea brought our best players like Cole Fabregas. We buy their washed up shit. What a great comment, RSPB. That's a great comment, man. Yeah, Peter Thomas. Yeah, take your point. It is constant Chelsea rejects. Aha, you know the best, yes. I'm not saying I know it all, mate. But I'm fed up with seeing it, Peter. To be honest, I'm fed up with seeing it. Christopher says, do you think Rice or Gabriel should be captain? I'd Declan Rice for me. Or Gabriel. Not Odegaard. Odegaard is not a captain. And I think the pressure is too much for him. I reckon you take the pressure off him, he might be a better player. I'm just saying that. Declan Rice, let's be honest, towards that end of that season, you saw more of a captain out of Declan Rice than you did out of bloody Odegaard. Fact. But we will see, won't we? We will see. Yeah. Anyway, I've had my say. Going to go for dinner shortly. Do you think Rice is world class? No, not really. Christopher? No, I don't, to be honest. Vanta says the best captains I've seen were either defensive midfielders or defenders. I see Rice as my captain. Totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Yeah, Adams, one of the greatest captains we've ever had at this club, in my opinion. David Seaman, when he was briefly captain. Because they can see what is everything going on in the park. They're looking that way. They're looking up the field. So they can see where things are wrong, what's going on. and they can command it. Odegaard dances around too much, passes sideways, passes backwards. Nah, not for me. Yeah, Christopher, but we haven't got any world-class players. No, we haven't. In my opinion, we haven't. We used to have. We used to have 5 or 6 in each game back in the day. You know? But Paris Mandem, Rice is hungry to win titles. Gabriel will be better captain for me. Yeah, Rice or Gabriel. Yeah. Jez is Lewandowski, world class. He certainly used to be. I'm not saying he is now, but he was a legend player, really, if you think about it. Thank you, Jez. They can see from the field. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. You know, they can see up the park. They can see where things aren't working. You know what I'm saying? It's how you should be able to command the field. You're looking, you can see. Our captain, I just don't think he's strong enough as a character, in my honest opinion. RSPB, Henry was our best player, yet Vieira was our captain because he was the leader. I would disagree with you on that. Bergkamp for me was our best ever player. Thierry Henry was a legend. Don't get me wrong, but Bergkamp, when he joined, right? Dennis Bergkamp, when he joined in 96. Was it 96? No, before that. When Bruce Rioch signed him, he transformed that team because he reignited himself as a player. He's having a flat time when he came to Arsenal, before he came to Arsenal, and he reignited himself. The whole fan base was like, fuck me, we've got Dennis Bergkamp. And him and David Platt just made such a massive difference. Massive difference. Yeah, it's been amazing last month how the subs have gone up. It's ever since I changed the name of the thingy bob. The channel seems to make a difference. 870 from anyway, was it 870 or something from 10k, something like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so thank you to all the new subscribers. It's nice to see new names actually. Think you changed the channel name. It's been flying. Yeah, it has, mate. Honestly, I think because a lot of people did say they found it. I go on other people's channels and they asked all the history and more. It was a bit of a long-winded name, and people said, look, it's difficult to find you, Jez. Want to watch your channel? Blah 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 blah. So I changed it out, and young Connor did all the graphics for me as he does. He's a legend, and yeah, it's been really good. Mama says, Vanta says that Mama, I played centre back in my time, playing footy, and I was captain. I had to order because I was the back observing. Yeah, I honestly think that's the best place for a captain to be. RSPB, that's fair enough. I'll accept that. Bergkamp was indeed magic. Yeah, I mean, it's a great debate. I've had debates with Lee, Kenny, and other very knowledgeable Arsenal people, and we've all come up with various attributes of each player. But for me, Bergkamp was the man. I mean, I've seen some fantastic players at Arsenal in my life, you know, but Liam Brady, great footballer. Yeah, I could name so many, but yeah, Bergkamp for me tops the list. But I hear you. Mama Frosty says that Vanta Silva, it's the only way in my eyes. Playing further at the field, you can't see everything. Yeah, Mama, you're so bang on. Mohammed says, Jez, have you been on Tottenham Away channel before? Yes, I have. If so, what do you make of Stells and others on that channel? They're all right. I had a few rows on there, to be honest. But no, they're a nice bunch of guys, to be fair. They are okay. Tony Woodcock legend, 50 mil for Maduka. I mean, 50 million. Fuck's sake, what are we doing here? Doesn't smoke you. Big up, man. Evening, Jez, by the way. Love your thumbnail. Mama says they have grown really well, Jez. I think you're talking about the subs, Mama. You talked about my tomatoes over here. I'm growing some beautiful tomatoes here. Chris to Ryan, it's a shame Kenny Ken doesn't have a channel. Kenny don't want one, man. He don't want one. He's quite happy doing his Insta, going on as guests and all that. That's what he likes to do. I can't blame him, really. He's got a great following on Instas, and he comes on my channel. He goes on other people's channels, and he's an absolute legend. The legend. Andrew J54. That's when we brought quality. Yeah, and when I was look at the shit we buy now. Tony Woodcock, legend. Yeah, Tony Woodcock. What a player he was, man. What 3 seasons on the bounce. Arsenal's top goal scorer. What a player, man. Christopher Bergkamp is underrated. Yeah, absolute class, man. Absolute class player. RSP. I've met Bergkamp twice, actually. Proper nice gentleman. Proper nice guy. Always got time to stand and have a chat. Paris Mandam, it must be crazy to see this team, Jez, after having seen all those players. Not all of us can say that same, unfortunately. No. And I think that's a great point, actually, my friend. I think that's a great point. That is because the team we've got now is proper crap, and these players, fans, will accept mediocrity because they haven't seen the great teams. When we had the likes of Vieira, Bergkamp, Henry, Pires, Lundberg in the same team, they have never had that opportunity, and it's so sad. Because if they had seen them, they'd think, what the fuck is this bollocks we got here now? And they don't know, and I'm not blaming them for that. Yes, ma'am, I knew. Yeah. I knew what you meant. Tony Woodcock, legend, 132 mil we gave Chelsea for 29 Georgina Maduka. Yeah, it's fucking jokes, isn't it? Vanta says, I think Jez's Arsenal is a perfect name. Hope the subs rise massively, sir. Well, they've gone up. I don't know exactly, over 1,000, 1,100, something like that in a month. So, and that is only ever since I changed the name. I mean, I haven't streamed a lot because I'm overseas. I've jumped on a few channels when I've been here, when I can. Chris says, have you ever met Henry? Never met Henry. I did meet Arsene Wenger. So, yeah. Platt was underrated. Yeah, he was a great player. Great player. When we brought him back from Italy, he made a difference. Barry Elliott, Forest have announced officially the sign of Igor Jesus. Yeah, I see that. Worth a punt at 10 mil. Yeah, big up to Nottingham Forest. Moving like a big team. Hello. Yeah. I wish I met the Iceman. Bergkamp is why I became an Arsenal fan. Yeah, he's a proper nice guy, actually. Bonsoir, Jez. So we go from pound sterling to Maduku. Yeah, there you go, mate. There you go. Will you be streaming Arsenal games next season? Probably not, mate. I don't actually find watch-alongs my cup of tea. I did try it, but the problem is with me, when I'm watching the game, I get too engrossed with the game, and I can't. How can I put it? I sort of find it difficult to watch the game and interact with the chat. And of course, you guys are here to interact, and I find it awkward that if I can't interact with you because I'm watching the game, and I don't like not doing that. I'll be jumping on Yeti's channel when he does Nottingham Forest Arsenal games and all that. They're always a good giggle. But yeah, Chelsea says, big up, man. Even Jez, hope you're well, mate. Maduka is a banana merchant, no end product, attitude stinks. Thanks for having him. We'll get kudos off the back of that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. That sums it up, doesn't it, really? Yeah, RSPB, Tony Adams, Mr. Arsenal, another great man. He's done it again. Football is finished, mate. It's all corporate now, and Bellings with phones doing TikToks, not like it used to be. Zero interest anymore. That's me. Some still go not for me. Yeah, and you see this all the time, don't you? You know, and the fans are in the stadium. Yeah, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Yeah, you're there to watch the game, mate. You're there. I don't want to see a picture of you and your boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. You know, you're there to watch the fucking game. But hey, there we go. Vanta says, in my opinion, that's funny at Guna. SE took me a min to get it. Yeah, I can see that. Barry says, I messengered you briefly at the City Ground. I messengered you briefly at the City Ground. A true gent. I don't know what you mean there, man. Chelsea says, bandana, not banana. I think you're right in the first one. Banana, be honest. Eerie and proud. I have no desire to watch any more games anymore. It's actually depressing until they get rid of Arteta. I resign from watching Arsenal matches. No, don't do it, man. No, you don't do that. Just watch the team. Support the team. Don't support Arteta. Yeah, he'll go eventually. He will be gone. Don't you worry. All managers go eventually. Whether they're good or whether they're shit. But, you know, at the moment, we have to put up with the bullshit. He will go. He will go. Chris says, you could join Lee for his with Matt and Ola and Hooks. Those streams are always jokes. Yeah, I think that would be a bit overloaded, though, wouldn't it, really? You know what I mean? You know, I think Lee's got a nice setup there with Matty, Ola, and half-time Hooks sometimes. Yeah, I think they've got. I think sometimes you have to be respectful, not want to interlude onto everybody's channels. You know, sometimes you get invited on, and sometimes you don't. And I'm not gonna beg to go on a channel with somebody. They've got a good setup there. So yeah, let them do it. Let them do it. Chris says, have you learned much French down there? I have a little bit, but I do. My wife is fluent in French because her mother was French, so she's bilingual. So when I do try and talk, she always jumps over me. So I can now. Yeah, I can order different things and all that, but I'm not brilliant. I won't lie. He's done it again. Enjoy your time in France, mate. I wouldn't be rushing back here. This place is in the mud. Yeah. I've actually said, you know, that we might stay on till September. The reason I want to maybe stay till September is because that's when they do the wine harvest. Yeah. And I'm, as you know, well, some of you might know, I'm very interested in wine. And I'd love to see how this all works. I've never seen it before in my life. So I might stay to the end and see what goes on. Paris Mandem, Heinz is his assistant now. Yeah, see, he's coming. Yeah. He's rebuilding a team to protect him. Well, big up the assembled. I'm good, man. I'm good. I hope you're well. Yeah, we're going to see about this. Paul D says, boycott in the first home game would be a massive signal for Arteta to not fuck the club and us fans up. Yeah, you know it won't happen. You know it won't happen. It's not like it was back in the day. It won't happen, man. I wish it would. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, you're right. Andrew J54, Irie and proud. Watch the Arsenal women, much more entertaining. Yeah, I'd started watching them a bit last year, actually. And it's good football. It's good to watch. Vanta Silva says, to be honest, learning the language is easy if you're in the country engaging with the locals. Yeah, but it's the accent, isn't it? It's the accents. It's a bit like, how can I explain it to you? Going to Normandy, the accent there is totally different to the accent down here. It's a bit like in England, going from London to Newcastle. You know, we all speak the same language, but it's the accent that makes it different. Because I love Newcastle; it's one of my fondest places in the UK. But fucking hell, when you get talking to some of them, Mama will know it. When you get talking to some of them Geordies, Jesus Christ, I ain't got a clue what they're saying. You know what I mean? And it is fun. It is fun, but it's every part of the country, wherever you go, is so different. It's like if you go to Birmingham or if you go to Liverpool, you know, it's the accent that can make it awkward, to be honest. So yeah, here's one thing. Big up, Manny. Manny, haven't seen you in time, man. Hope you're well. Long time, sir. Good to know you're on holiday. Well earned. Hope you and your better half are well. Yeah, very good, Manny. Hope you're well, my friend. Haven't seen you for a long time. Manny, is Del Boy not streaming anymore? I haven't seen anything from him in a long time, my friend. Adam E3009. What do you think about Maduka, Jez? I know it's got its negatives, but he's a very good player. May not be a ceiling raising, but would be okay with us. No, he's not good, man. We need to go bigger standards, man. We need to go bigger, man. We do need to go bigger. Fanta says, Night of Republic, come on, man. You guys won Europa, had a parade. Enjoy the success you got now. Yeah. Mama says, goodness, hello, Manny. Very long. Yeah, Manny, how are you doing? It's been such a long time. That's true, Jez. Accents is a challenge. Yeah, it is, because it's always the lilt. I think I'm speaking reasonable French, but I mean it's all right round here because people are getting to know us. You know, we go. There's two little bar restaurants up the road. We go there pretty much every day. So they know us now, and we know them, and we always have a laugh because the lady in one of them, Cheryl, she's actually English, and she'll always make me speak in French, and then she'll say, "Good, not bad," and then she'll speak back in French, and then I'll say, "Well, how was it in English?" And she went, "Not bad." We have this little debate. It's quite funny, really. It's quite funny. David Dundas says, Robin Williams said that he visited Billy Connolly in Scotland. He needed subtitles. Yeah, well, oh Christ, be a Billy Connolly. Yeah, you would. Yeah. What a great comedian, though. What a great comedian. I love Newcastle, but damn, I struggle with a Geordie accent. Yeah, same as. I've been to Newcastle so many times for football, and I love it. Absolutely love it. That's one of the things I do miss. I do miss the away games. They were always the funny days out for me. You never knew it was going to happen. Always something went wrong, whether it was getting to the ground or whatever. It was always a giggle. Fabrizio, Paris man, Fabrizio's always talked about the Enweri Maduka potential swap. If Berta allows it, there is no coming back for their whole leadership. Nope. Totally agree. Totally agree. Lynch says, Jezza boy, big up, man. Tet will be gone by October. Well, I hope so. Big up, Manny. Del boy has been very busy looking after his family and his business. Fair play. He's been in touch with me. He hasn't been in touch with me either, but I'm sure he'll be back if and when he's ready and willing. Big up, Manny. Big up, man. Big up to you. Shorter than usual. Any truth that we're considering swapping? I don't think it's a swap, man. No, I think what it is we're looking at getting Maduka, and Chelsea are investigating, therefore, the possibility of going in for Enweri, because Enweri obviously wants regular first team football. I don't think it'd be a swap deal. I bloody hope not, anyway. Manny says, Mama Flossie, all good, thank you. Airy and proud, we are going on holiday to France in 2 weeks. Oh, man. Are you? Whereabouts you going, man? Whereabouts you going? Anywhere near me? In Burgundy? Hello, Lee. Big up, Lee, man. Go and support Lee Staten TV. Lee, we're going to have to stream next year when it comes to the Arsenal Leeds games. You know what I mean? One of my favourite teams, Leeds. A lot of history with them. A lot of history. David Martin says, 1992. Even Jez, long time. We haven't been on the channel. I hope you're well. And family. Yeah, I know you're Millwall, man. I know you're Millwall. Big up to you. Yeah, Millwall. What a place to go that was back in the day. Manny says, I learned some basic French from one of those beginner's books and audio cassette. Very good fun. As long as you use it, you won't lose it. Very good point, Manny. Very good point. I'm lucky because I can communicate better now than I could before. But what a night. I've told the wife, don't keep jumping in when I get it wrong. Right? Because I want to blooming make a cock of it. I mean, I do cock it up. But you learn from your mistakes, as I've always said. Vanta Silva says, big up Lee Staten TV. Big up, man. Big up. Frankie says, Lee gonna raid. I don't know. It was Lee live? I don't know, man. Club got rid of Arba, Ozil, Kitman, yet we defended Partey when club knew for 4 years he had case ongoing. Pathetic from us. Yeah, well, we're going to find this out, aren't we? 70 mil plus for Ethan, says Frankie, at least. Shazam 1983. Max Dowman is quality backup, Jez. Should have sell Ethan for 85 minimum. But we go cheap. Grimace Metz, Jez still using EPL content, copyright content. No, I'm not, me old mucker. No, I'm not. I'm going to report you to YouTube. Do it then. Go for it, my friend. Go for it. You boring little shit. Grow up. Go away. There's some pathetic people in this world, isn't there, really? Oh, I'm going to report you to YouTube. Oh, okay, mate. Go on then. Do it. Luton sell Asagad to raise 3 mil. Really? Liam Rashid are live. Oh, right. Okay. Fair play, man. Fair play. We can send Jez Raid. David Martin, 1992. Hopefully my team will go up next season. I say it every year. Yes. Proper Millwall, man. I've only ever beaten Millwall's ground twice. And I have to say it was never a good day out. It's not a good day out. Lee told us to raid you, Jez. Okay, thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good day out. The areas, I mean, I haven't been there for years, and the area back in the day was not big up Prom Ice, man. Was not a nice area to go. Topside Highbury, big up, man. Lee Raid. Why did he want to report you? because he says I'm using EPL content because I got a copyright for it the other week, and now he wants to report me. Ooh, I'm scared. You know what I mean? Proper little melts, man. Proper melts. We came from Lee, says Promise. Big up, man. Bonsoir, Marie. Bonsoir. Hope you're having a great day. And the chat's gone mad. Toxic Positive Lee Raid. Big up, Mr. Waffle. Kawaji Jelly. I know I'm saying I'm watching Jez. I have Rashid up on a different tab. That's fine, man. You do that. That's what we should do. David says, the last time I went hybrid was when you won 6-0 against Wolves in the League Cup. My dad and us. Oh, was he? Okay, so you got your foot. Well, your dad's got his foot in 2 cams. Good evening, Hendo. Big up, man. Big up to you. Is it safe to go to a match there today? I wouldn't know, mate. I haven't been there in a very long time. The last time I went to a match at Millwall was back late 80s, early 90s for the FA, and it's an FA Cup game, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been down there for a long time. The Assemble, in my opinion, Arsenal have dropped their standards when Xhaka was kept instead of being sold or sacked immediately. Anything go? Yep. The Assembled, you're bang on, man. He should have been suspended, kicked out right back then when he told us all to F off at Palace. He should have gone then, man. But that is where the club is now. Paul D, your thoughts on Arsenal's remaining transfer window, Jez? Will it get better? It needs to, Paul. It needs to. Big up. It needs to. Nick AF. Oh, Aston Villa. Big up Aston Villa, man. Great club. Yeah, I used to love going to the Villa ground, man. Used to love going there. Semi-finals. Spent many a semi-final there. Yeah, what a great... what was it called now? The Holt End. The Holt End used to have that was the biggest terrace at one point in English football when it was terracing. Yeah, what a great. Isn't that? Am I right in saying that's where Black Sabbath are doing their Back to the Beginning concert, isn't it? At Villa Park, because Ozzy Osbourne was born in Aston. Aston. Wasn't he? He was born there, wasn't he? No more Chelsea rejects, Cheza. What are we doing here? Yeah, man. Yeah, absolute jokes, man. Absolute jokes. He's done it again. Jez is a real one. Hits the likes. Yeah, hit the likes up, people. Smash them likes. Smash them likes. Spurs game boss one. Lee Rages. That was one of Lee's funniest shows in a while. I haven't seen it. I have to go back and watch it then. I didn't know he was live, to be honest. The man that gravity forgot. Noni Maduka to Arsenal. How you feel? Not good about it, mate. Not good about it at all. Emmanuel, big up, man. Okoji, is that right? Okoji, nothing wrong with Maduka signing. Yeah, I'm not sure, mate. I think we can do better. Fantasy, yeah. Raiders blessed Jez with the like. Yeah, smash the likes up, man. Does help the channel. 4 to 5 season of trust in the process. Yeah, sham. Yeah, it's awful, man. It's not good, is it? Martin says, "How's the fishing been out there, Jez? Anything big come out?" Yeah, well, we've suspended fishing for a week. I'll tell you for what. We had the weather's been so hot. We had a thing called blue-green algae drift up from the bottom, and it's when it gets to the surface, it's quite nasty. It will take all the oxygen out of the lake, especially at night. Because at night, as you know, metamorphosis will any weed will retake the oxygen back in. This stuff is deadly, so we've had to get in a team to basically try and kill it off. And as a consequence, it really upsets the fish. So therefore, fishing is now been suspended for at least a week. Could be another week. But the biggest fish out this season has been a 65-pound mirror carp. And what a beauty that was. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I didn't catch it, sadly. But there's been some very good fish out. But it's a bit of how can I explain it to you? It's a bit like having a fishery, and I've learned so much about fishery management in the last 3-4 weeks. It's like having those fish are like having children. You want to protect them. You know what I'm saying? And it can be quite stressful. I won't lie. Prom Ice says, when are we going to stop being a bin for Chelsea, Jezza? I'm fuming. Yeah, mate, same as me. Manny, mate. By the way, Jez, I was speaking one day with Kenny Ken about those notorious hooligan firms back in the day, in particularly that ugly intercity firm that were responsible for a lot of ugly stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of it, man, Manny. A lot of it back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, it was never always, you had to have your wits about you, man. You really did, because it was, yeah, get yourself in trouble. Marie says, watching France versus England ladies. Big up to you. Big up to you. Eerie and proud. Always great content, just love to listen to your views and opinions. Big support from Ireland. Big up to you, man. I will take your advice and watch the game and support the team, not Arteta. We will be in Les Connell, Brittany. Oh, Brittany. Beautiful, beautiful part of France. Beautiful. Beautiful place. Never been. I haven't been there myself. I've been to Brittany, but I haven't been to where you're going myself. So you're a long way from where I am. Long way. Big up, Joe. Big up to you, man. Christopher says, where you at the game? Yeah, Palace, man. Yeah, one of my last. And yeah, disgraceful behaviour. Mr. Waffle says, how toxic negative are you? I don't know what's going on there. There was a great doco on YouTube about Millwall back in the day, says David. Fans said a good day was a match and a rumble. That's how it was. That's how it was, unfortunately. David Martin says 99. Yeah, it's much better now than the last time Millwall beat Arsenal at Highbury in the FA Cup. My team won 2-0. Yeah, I was there. I remember it well, mate. And you lot kicked off big, causing drama all round the ground. Remember it very well. Very well. Manny says, you might remember what happened to John Dickinson. More than 40 years ago, I was barely born. At that time, I could understand why it was not safe to go to games back in the day. Yeah, he got stabbed, man. That was the ICF, West Ham. I went topside hybrid. I went to Coldblow Lane when we knocked Millwall out the League Cup on pens. Once was enough. Yeah, it was never a great day out, but you had to have your wits about you, that's for sure. You certainly didn't want to walk down the wrong road around Bermondsey and around there, that's for sure. Villa are lucky to Emery, a manager we got rid of for no reason. True. Vanta Silva to have. Oh, okay. He's done it again. The most wild accent I've ever heard was when I worked on the rigs and met lads from Newfoundland. Newfoundland, that's Canada, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Kling Kang Machine. My last game at Highbury was FC Thurn in 2005. Wow, that was a while ago. I was 15. Van Persie got a red card. A forgotten about game. Yeah, that was in the Champions League. James talks Man City. England losing 2-0 against France. That's the ladies, is it? That's the England ladies. Yeah, Chris Baldwin could do with a Liam Brady now. Yeah, bring him back. He's still at the Emirates. Maybe we should give him some boots. You know what I mean? Give him some boots. Manny says, I'm just glad these firms are not really in existence anymore. They are still around, Manny. They just keep it to themselves now. They are still about, but you don't see it at the grounds. It's just too much, what do you call it? CCTV around now in the grounds and everything, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. Archibald Leach, my ancestor Jez, built a few grounds years ago. Well, Highbury is one of them, wasn't it? Wasn't it Highbury? designed the east and west stand facades. Adam JC 75, 2-0 to Real Madrid. That's in the Club World Cup, of course. Yeah, there we are. The reason Arteta wants Maduka is because he wants to prove to everyone that he can fix up players. Nick, yeah, but we are the hospital, man. We are the hospital. Brom says that's a monster. I think you're talking about the fishy. Yeah, it's a big old lump, that one. Beautiful looking fish though. Marie says, Mr. Jez, I have your opinion on how Arsenal deals with Partey while under investigation. Thanks. Oh, can I have your? Oh, sorry, I misread that, Marie. Right, right, okay. This is my opinion. Right now, it's alleged. Right, I'm not qualified or have any facts or anything to make a statement. But what I will say to you as a lady, if he is found guilty, then he is a dirty scum piece of shit that has committed one of the most heinous crimes that can happen to a woman. And if he is found guilty, then he deserves every single bit of punishment he ever gets. And this club needs to look at itself very, very deeply to say that we actually condoned it by not suspending him. If he's found innocent, then he's found innocent. I don't know the in-depth allegation. Well, I do. I've seen it's 3 women and sexual assault and all that. I mean, I'm just saying, if he's found guilty of that, he deserves to get every ounce of punishment he deserves, and not to be treated with a special credit because he's a professional footballer. He deserves to get what any other man in the world, in England, would get as well. That's 20 years inside. I can't imagine how any man could ever do that anyway, personally. But hey. Manny says that vile lowlife Robbie Lyle had the gall to interview the ringleader of the ICF, Cass Pennant. I've met Cass Pennant, man. I actually met Cass Pennant 20 odd years ago for a show of his and was chummy with him. Disgusting. We need to drive AVE TV out of the club. Yeah, I met Cass, I beg your pardon, at a it was actually a charity thing, actually. And he wasn't there doing anything in particular. He was just there. And I went up to him. I said, you're Cass Pennant, are you? And he just looked at me and went, yeah. I said, I've read your book. And that was it. That was it. Saka to the left wing, Maduka on right, and Havertz up top. Ooh. Saka to the left wing, Maduka on right, Havertz up top. Okay, is that as good as we're going to be? Andrew J 54. We're at the Arsenal versus Wolves effort. Yeah, I was, man. Holt End 79. Yep, I was there. I've got the programme at home for that. David C. Chelsea doing more business in the last month than Arsenal has done in the last 5 years. Yeah, because they want to rebuild, don't they? They want to move on. Yeah, they want to move on. David says, Jez, I know said that I haven't been on the channel, but your fans are still deluded like Ty and Egal. Christian, yeah, they ain't changed, mate. They ain't changed. Brain dead as always. Just talk and follow the bollocks. Stu says, big up Stu. Just Wolves fan here. Great to see an OG Arsenal fan keeping things real. Big up to you, man. Beaten Molyneux on many occasions. That's one of the only clubs I got ejected from. Right? It was nothing to do with me. It was back in around about 1990. It's when all the fences had been taken down after the horrendous thing that happened at Sheffield Wednesday, Hillsborough. And you lot, I'm not saying you, obviously, were throwing them cheap you remember them cheap brass body darts? Right, they were throwing them over the where the stewards and the police were. And one landed on my jeans. It didn't hurt me. It just stuck in my jeans. And I picked it out like that, and these 3 stewards came straight down, grabbed me, and threw me out. And I said, "What are you doing?" And they said, "Like, you're going to throw a dart." I said, "No, it's thrown at me." And they ejected me. That's the only time I've ever been ejected from a stadium. I was like, "Thanks." And that was a scary time, actually. I got thrown out, and there was police around, but there was an awful lot of Wolves fans hanging about, and I was like, "Well, if they throw me out of here now, I'm in deep shit." And thankfully, there was a police inspector there who said, "Best you go stand over there till the end of the game." Because he knew what was going on. If they kicked me out down the road, I was going to have the shit kicked out of me. So fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. It is what it is. Anyway, people, we're going to wrap this up shortly. James talks Man City facts, Jez. Big up, man. Problem is, Jez, these expensive lawyers can get the guilty off. Yeah, well, I hope not. Let's hope not for that. Let's bloody hope not. Because any person that's done something as heinous as that deserves to pay their time. Gary R74, big up, man. Big up to you. Yeah, I can't condone anything like that. You know, these people need to do time for it. So yeah, Capo HD, Robbie Lyle kept Julian after Zionist stuff. Yeah, said bringing back Abby Summers after racist tweet now shows how big Hypocrites fan channel and club are. Yep, they're all in it, mate. They're all in it. You're not there in it for. They're all in it for money, man. They're in it for money. Big up Mama Flossie, man. Big up to Mama. My top chief mod. She's the boss moderator here. Stu says they did you a favour, Jez. Molyneux was a real mess then. Yeah, it was. It was like it was bloody annoying, man. This is like 10 minutes, maybe not even that long into the game, and your lot were chucking them over. You know, them real cheap things you get at a fun fair, you know, and they were like, and one just stuck in my jeans, and I picked it out like that, and I was laughing, and then these 3 stewards just grabbed me and binned me out. I was like, "What? I ain't done nothing." They wouldn't have it. Wouldn't have it. Pineapple says, "Hi, Jez. Sorry I'm late. What are your thoughts on Nonny?" No, don't want him. Not good enough. Be up Yasser TV. Go and support Yasser TV. Top young man. Sam says, Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton want to be selling buddies. Chelsea and Arsenal finished. Yep, we're absolutely done, man. Did you see the Lawrence and I did. Yasser TV, big up, Jez. Big up you, man. Big up to you. Yeah. Anyway, people, we're going to wrap it up. I'm late. I'm getting in trouble now because she's getting the hump. So big up everyone for watching, liking, subbing, whatever you and all that. We're out of here. Take care. Arsenal, up your game. You're a bunch of fucking idiots. We are shopping in a world we shouldn't be shopping. Seriously, man. Seriously. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in a week. And big up to you all. Let's get this manager out. Let's get these shit players out. Disgusting. Take care. Love to you all. Enjoy your summer. And I'll see you soon. Take care.